that, you know what I'm saying, it makes sense to talk about because a lot of us around each other, and I'm about motherfucking values because of the simple fact I know I have motherfucking values when it comes to the fact that I value my family, I value their safety, I value them having, the finer things in life. You know what I'm saying? So, tap in with me, man. The question of the day is simple. It is the question of the day from yesterday. If you had $10 million, right? What are the top 3 things you're gonna get? And I also have a follow-up question for you. So tap in with me to get this conversation going. What it do? What it do? Who gonna request to tap in with me today? We got less than 30 minutes left anyway, so that's all I'm saying. Because this hour has pretty much gotten blown by the whole fact that I took my time setting up. So plus I had a bunch of other things going on. So if anybody wants to tap in right now, we still got time. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, there's the miss too. She calling that too.
Yo.
Hold on, Chris. What's good, bro?
What up? Take time, bro.
Hello, my love. What's going on?
It's in my car. Little Christopher, get over here.
I'm sorry. You all right?
Look at it. Daddy need a weed back.
Yeah.
Good, hi. Hi.
Dope.
Love this little guy.
Yeah.
Get the Christmas. Oh, God. So fresh. I'm not going to wear bud. Daddy's on live. Just waiting for my friend to finish up his business.
Yeah.
Man, I hope everything's all right, bro.
Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, right. Facts.
Oh, shit.
Only time will tell.
Babe. Amanda, can you get? It's all right. He can hang out with me. It's okay.
Yeah, just me.
Chris. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Bubba.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, definitely send me those.
Go playground with the kiddies.
All right. So yes, that was beautiful call, but it was also time consuming. So yes, my bad, Chris. We here, man. So
Yeah.
Appreciate
here, we're alive. We breathing,
man. And
yeah,
as you have the little one with you, I had just got off the phone with Mrs. talking about my little ones, and that led me to like the conversation because this conversation is something that I thought about this week because as you think about the first question of the day from Motivation Monday yesterday, it was if you had $10 million, right? What are the top 3 things you're going to buy first, right?
Okay. All right, so
now, hold on.
Go ahead.
Now, while you're thinking about that question, I need you to also understand there's a follow-up question to that. All right.
Oh.
Just remember, there's a follow-up question to that. So I want you to answer.
All right,
this
I'm
question.
ready.
I want you to answer the first question first. You're gonna answer
I'm
the
ready.
first question first. If you had $10 million, what are the top 3 things you're gonna buy first?
All right, so I've been stewing on this since you mentioned it, and I was like, I'll wait. Now I'll tap in. Hold on, I always got shit to say, but either way, listen, $10 million, like that is an extremely large, life-changing amount of money for hundreds of
Mm-hmm.
people, and if used properly. But ever since I went through the prison system and saw firsthand how hard it is to physically get out of jail unless you have
Mm-hmm.
money.
Mm-hmm.
That would be, I can't say the first, but it would be between, it's a tie between helping others and setting my family up for not to go through all the struggles I went through, even though struggles do make us better people. But learning from someone else's mistakes and struggles can do the same thing, as long as
Facts.
you're willing to believe it, for one, and you absorb
Yep.
it.
And
So
absorb it.
I think number
Exactly.
one would be buy assets, carefully buy assets. Buy assets
Mm-hmm.
that have a guaranteed return on your investment.
Mm-hmm.
And then right off the rip, do that. 'Cause then you got money. You're using that money to make more money. You know what I mean? You're working that money, and then
Smart.
your house might lose value, or your property might lose a little bit of value, but it'll never go to nil. Like, if paper money ever takes a shit and you ain't got no gold and you ain't got no assets or nothing, like, you're really at the mercy of whoever's calling the shot. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So that's
Exactly.
one. Let's say one set. Oh, let me set my family up, but set everybody else up that God has brought into my life as much as I can, to allow them to be successful and not struggle as well. And I know that's a lot of shit for one. So that would be one. That would be,
Mm-hmm.
help myself and my family, but help as many other people as I can, and then continue to do that with building a business or multiple businesses, and then
Mm-hmm.
utilizing that for number two. Now listen, I've been stewing on this for a while, and I think that God literally, like, I've been like playing the game, like I'm hiding from destiny, like I said in the post I did yesterday, like, you know what I mean, hiding
Right.
from success, hiding from things because out of fear, you know what I mean, out of
Oh,
fear
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
like major failure. You know what I mean? I failed a lot, so like
Yeah.
I know the feeling, and but it was only on small scale. So number one is that. Um, number two would be to help people that, obviously I'm not going to help child molesters, rapists, straight scumbags, but like help people, non-violent, even some violent, depending on the circumstances of their case. Help people relocate out of jail, but not just put them in a halfway house, not just put them
Transition.
in like an actual, give them an
Transition.
actual opportunity, like an
Right.
opportunity to
A
work
real
for a company,
transition.
like to learn a
Give
trade.
them a real transition from
Exactly.
that.
Not just
That
give them
that's
money, but
right.
help
Give them a
them.
real transition from state
Exactly.
penitentiary or
Exactly.
institutionalization to employment, successful employment, career sustaining employment, for these
Yes.
people to succeed in life and be better than they were when they first got in that prison. You see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's the idea of being institutionalized in its basis behind the bullshit, what it was supposed to be utilized for, behind the veneer of what it is used for. So suspiciously,
Absolutely.
we have to pay attention to these quarterly things. But yes, I agree that that would be a very valuable use of your money. So I mean,
Yeah.
those are your two. Those were two. You said you had three, right?
Yeah. So, and then kind of like leapfrogging off of that, three would be, um, I would definitely put others before myself, family and friends, not one and two, and other people struggling. But then number three would be about my path and my purpose, that I'm slowly starting to cave in and believe enough in myself to believe that God actually does want me to do something with my life. So,
Right.
being wrapped in addiction and to a young age, like, going through some traumatic events that led me to using drugs to kind of hide from pain, so to speak, and then going through all that, and where I'm at now, like, and after the experience I had, like, I reached out to a couple of people from Beat of the Week, like King Creole. I reached out to him, because I've been still kind of hiding, you know what I mean? I've been like freestyling a little bit, put a video out there, I start writing some stuff, and then I share it, and then I'm just like, I don't know if like people really get it. Like, people look at me like, sometimes I feel like it's so hard to judge somebody by what they say and how they look online, that like somebody starts saying some real deep, like crazy shit. It's real easy to put them in the like, okay, he's crazy category, but he's kind of cool. You know what I mean? And what I would like to do with my third choice would be to be able to put the money behind the story that I have to tell. And like, I've been saying for a while, like, I'm gonna share it, I'm gonna go live, and I'm just gonna share this story, and nobody's gonna see it, maybe a few people, and it's gonna be like, I just shared it, and now it's done, you know what I mean? And it needs more representation than that. Like, it's not like I'm better than any other human, but I can't deny what I experienced, and I ultimately been holding on to this information for a while. And the only reason I really started writing or getting back into the music was because of everything that was going on, and because of my faith. And I truly believed all this shit went down, that like music had something to do with my destiny. And now I didn't, I couldn't explain then, and I still can't explain now, but ever since I went through all that, even while I was in Lehigh County prison, man, God just kept showing up. Like, he just kept bringing people into my life that were amazing artists, that were positive, that were talented in many ways, you know what I mean? And started kind of break down the wall that I've built to like protect my feelings, you know what I mean? And my safe space, you know what I mean? And like started to kind of pull it out of me a little bit. And I mean, what other place? I mean, I'm in jail, you know what I mean? Like, and like, thank God I come from, from Reading, from the city, like the hood, because otherwise, like, I would have felt like more out of place than I already was, you know what I mean?
You wouldn't have seen that blessing either.
We'll see, and that's something I've been thinking about ever since we first chopped it up. Like, I've been thinking about the fact of like how God kind of works, right? But like, I think about these things, like certain scenarios in my life where somebody crossed my path that I know undoubtedly was for a reason, and like, but the circumstances at B, like if it wasn't at the time and place and the scenario that it was, it might not have, like, I might not have ever met some of these people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I spun some people's heads, bro, like telling like counselors and therapists, like, I'm supposed to be here.
Now think about that. Now in thinking about that, that's the reason why I brought today's topic up today about values. Now, with thinking about all of these things, that because we've included this to be a part of your 3 selections for what you're going to choose to do first with this money, right?
Yeah.
So with that being your top 3 core values, right? How do you think they affect your decisions in life? You know what I mean?
Like, how do I feel that?
How do you think those core values right there that you just expressed about what you would do with that money, and just a hypothetical sense, how do you think they affect the way you decide? How do you think they affect the way you make your decisions in life?
Oh, I mean, very, very, very heavily, and more each day, more strategically, because like I said, like waiting all that time and then like still kind of being lost and still not really understanding God and understanding why, and like, the why thing, asking myself why, like, why me, why this, why did all this good stuff happen to me, but then all this like really bad stuff happened to me? Like, none of it makes sense.
Right.
But I mean, it definitely is on the top of my mind before I do almost anything, because I feel like, I'm not saying that, like, you know what I mean, like, no matter what, I'll get to that end, but like, you know, I still have will. I still have my own free will and my own choice. So at the end of the
Right.
day, I still hold the keys to what I want to do or what I think I want to do. But
Right. Right.
every
Right. Right.
time lately, bro, and it's been growing, like, you know, even with music, man, it's been growing, like the thought, like, man, I just don't know, man. Like, not that like doing it, but like, you know, I've been kind of you know, just treading water, because like I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is what God has intended for me. You know what I mean? It's not like the
Right.
writing on the wall. You know what I mean? It's not something so obvious, but like through everything, like those values that I have now, they were only
Mm-hmm.
learned after I went through what I went through, which led me to jail, then led me to God, and then now has kept me there, even though I've been fighting, kicking, screaming like a little fucking baby
Right.
sometimes, wanting to just do what Chris wants, do what I want, you know, but like, and I could tell you this, having my sons like really
Right.
changed
Right.
that perspective, because I had daughters, and like, yeah, I mean, they're my daughters, I love them, I'm daddy, whatever, but like, they don't watch me. I'm not a woman. You know what I mean? They're not watching what
Yeah.
daddy's doing. They're watching what mommy's doing. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
now with my youngest, well, my oldest boy, Chris Jr., like the kid is amazing, but and he watches everything I do, and I just, you know what I mean, that has a lot to do with, you know, my values
How you
as of
creating
now,
yourself.
and how we can
Mm-hmm.
change as people. You know what I mean? Like, because
Right.
there's not too long
Exactly.
ago, I didn't have no value. My value was like, it's me, I'm the
It's all
shit. Look
about
at me at a
me.
party. Look at that bitch that I'm with. Look at this and that. Like, it was just never ending, like, self-centered bullshit. But like,
Right.
God literally
Right.
broke me
Right.
down, dude. Like, broke me down, like, had me like ready to fucking take my own life until it's something happened. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
that's when the snowball started to roll down the hill. I was just freezing on the fucking top of the mountain forever, and I didn't think there was a
Mm.
solution, bro. Like, I didn't think there was a way out, dude. And like, yo, look,
Yeah,
I've
you'd
been
be
through some
surprised
crazy
at the
shit, bro.
smallest. You'd be surprised at the smallest stone that could move, you know, and cause
Yeah,
that once solid, you know, solid foundation to just shatter and just crumble away like it was not, like it was never even nothing to
yeah,
moving it. You
yeah.
know, almost a King Alexander, King Arthur, and the sword and stone sort of situation. You know,
Or David and Goliath. You know what I mean? And, all that
David
shit.
and Goliath scenario. You know, yeah, exactly.
And I
So
feel like,
I
honestly,
agree.
that's crazy. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, I am David, and life and my destiny or whatever God has for me is Goliath, and I just don't know. When I wrote this, right, I wish I saved some of the shit I wrote when I was in jail, just like the straight writing of my thoughts. It was bananas, dude. I had like
Yeah,
12 pages of just like crazy shit that didn't make any sense, but now all of it does, and I can remember some of it. But I do remember writing, saying like,
mm,
you know, like, how am I? You know what I mean? Knowing or believing something to be true, but not knowing how you're going to get there is terrifying. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, knowing deep down inside, you know, and those of us out here, humans, I mean, you know, but like, so like I said at the post, like, I feel like fear literally drives the decision making machine in our head sometimes, because you get comfortable. You know what I mean? Life is okay. You know what I mean? Things are
until
going
not.
okay. Well, it's not, exactly. And that's how I lived my life until my dad died. You know what I mean? And it was the fact my dad died. It was the fact how that whole scenario worked out. And at the time, I just was like,
Right.
why me? This is fucked up. Why couldn't I be there? But listen, if I didn't go through that pain, the pain of not going because I was waiting to get right with my fucking pain pill dealer, you know, at the time,
Yeah.
and then get the
Yeah.
call that my dad died, you know what I mean? Like, was dying, like, I made a decision to stay home and wait to get right, then go, and then it was too late.
Right.
Like, bro, that shit literally was like, as messed up as it was, and the feeling, as messed up as the feeling was, it was like, now I'm grateful for it. Like, I'm not grateful that my dad died. I love my dad,
Yeah.
but I'm grateful
Yeah.
that after death, he is
I
still
had
showed up.
he
You know what I
showed
mean? Like,
up and and showed you that lesson that you need to learn.
What's unseen, bro? That's why I say that. People look at me like, what's this dude? What's this dude right? What's unseen can no longer be undone. Look, come on, bro. Like, that shit didn't come from my brain alone, bro. Like, I truly believe that our ancestors, or even people that, like, we don't even know we're related to. And it could be literally like your cousin could be related to me, and I could be related to you somewhere way down the line. We don't know. You know, we truly don't. And like, I really feel that, like, if you're willing to put your energy out there and believe that there's something that can help you that you can't physically see, like, it's you know, it makes no sense to people that don't understand. It didn't make sense to me, but now, like, all I want is for everybody to understand that. You know what I mean? So I gotta, like, backpedal sometimes when I get hype. You know what I mean? I get, like, take it personal. I don't want people to go through what I went through.
Real message. You'd be surprised at how many people really catch the message. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of us, you know, they listen, but they don't really listen. They hear, but
no, you hear you. You know what I mean? Like, people on social media.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, cause just think about it. For example, you know, I literally just dropped a verse. I don't know if it finished uploading yet, but I just finished recording a verse for Beat of the Week just now.
Yeah.
Like, before I even went live, you know, like seconds before I jumped on the live, I fucking finished uploading the verse. I finished recording the verse and was about to upload it. And the whole thing about it is, like, I did that just for free, just for a freebie. Like, you know what I mean? That was for nothing, but there was a message in that verse, and I literally thought of that shit today.
Absolutely. Yo, and that's how it happened, bro. Like, yo, I made that video last night in my garage, dog. Like, I'm standing there, and I told my girl, I was like, yo, I want to make a video. And she was like, what? I was like, just let me make a video quick. Like, look, like, I got some stuff I've been kind of, like, writing down and stuff and trying to get, like, I'm trying to find my sound and find, like, what makes sense for me and, like, what people are going to hear me the best at. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to take me serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm not joking. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm up here to say, yeah, I'm fucking filled. You know what I mean? Like, I'm speaking
that's
my truth.
See, that's the big thing. Now, we're not going to have a whole lot of time to finish this particular part of this conversation because the live is about, at the end of it, we're almost at 8 o'clock. So, the live should be in soon. But I want to come back. So, if you come back at 8, as soon as
definitely. Definitely, listen, because I wanted to hit on some of the shit with that, and then, like, with Beat of the Week, like, some things I just wanted to throw at you and see if you could, like, just, you know, maybe, like, help me, man. You stuck with me since literally, I think, like, my first or second video when I didn't even know what I was doing. I just that's just that, like, that astrological, like, shit lining up. Like, not really ever thought I would be here on live with you or really with anybody. Like, I was cool all by myself, honestly, you know what I mean? But, like,
honestly, bro, to me, it's all about connection,
yes,
and networking.
Yes, collective, yes.
People, how do you connect with people?
Yes.
What's the message you're trying to transmit when you connect with people, and what are you trying to what goal are you trying to reach through connecting with people? So, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't reach to, like, when I reach out to some people, I reach out to people to acknowledge their greatness. To show them that I acknowledge their greatness. I acknowledge something great in them. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be that they're showing, you know, just they're practicing, they're showing. Because, like, even when you hear a person freestyle, you can tell that they can go hard.
Exactly.
You know? And you can tell that they're just playing around.
Exactly.
You know? So, like, for the most part, like, for me, that I'm the type of person I pick up on that.
Yeah.
And I pick up on that very well. So,
yeah,
man, like, but don't go nowhere for everybody that's in the comments, man, too, man. For anybody that's in the comments, I want y'all
I got
to do
some crazy shit.
Don't go nowhere. We coming right back.
Definitely.
We're going to tap back in at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So by 8:10, 8:15, I should be all back in here. So by 8:05, I'm saying, because I'm about to post this up.